Hello everybody, welcome to Happy Hour. I am sitting outside at this beautiful fountain. I hope you all can see how beautiful this is. Thank you for joining me. Hello, we've had a wonderful day here at the Spiritual Oasis at the Center for Inner Wisdom here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And I came outside to join you guys and do Happy Hour because it's time to give some gratitude, and I am so grateful for all of you who are on my journey. Thank you for being in my life. Thank you for being with me this lifetime, and I so appreciate every one of you. I appreciate your love and your support and the way you always are encouraging and uplifting to me. So thank you. Thank you for being here with me. And so yesterday we talked about challenges, and I'm going to get a little closer to the phone because all of a sudden it got a little noisy out here and we have some motorcycles going by. I'm just going to turn the camera. Okay, that was fun. Okay, so yesterday we talked about something challenging in our life and overcoming difficulties, and that the way to turn things around when it's a low vibration, when we want to lift ourselves out of that low vibration energy and turn around from the negative, the way to do that is with gratitude and to find something to be grateful for about the situation, or something grateful in your life that you can look at and say, oh, I'm just so grateful for whatever it may be. So I hope you all did that. I hope you did the challenge yesterday, and I would love to hear from you of how you did with it. And you know, I'm putting these on YouTube, so if you're missing the one from today, then you can always go on there and find it and do the lessons every day. We're on day 7 right now. This is our 7th day of doing this. And today we are focusing on magic work. This is a challenging one for a lot of people because, you know, maybe you're in a job that is not your ideal job. Maybe you're just in a job. And so, you know, it's like you go through your day because you have to work, right? You have to work to support yourself, to live in this physical body. So we're working on our jobs today and using magic to bring that work to be the best it can be. Hi, Karen Palmer. Thank you for being with me, honey. I love you and I appreciate you. So I want to do this quote from Tom Robbins. If you take any activity, any art, any discipline, any skill, take it and push it as far as it will go. Push it beyond where it has ever been before. Push it into the wildest edges of edges. Then you force it into the realm of magic. And that's what we're going to do. So, you know, I'm doing this exercise today, or teaching you the exercise today, so you can do it tomorrow. Because tomorrow, of course, is a work day for a lot of people. Well, maybe tomorrow's not because it's a holiday. But, you know, for a lot of people, it is still a work day. Yes, definitely ready for the magic at work, let me tell you. I love what I do. But, you know, there's those days when I'm looking at the clock and saying, come on, 5 o'clock, get here. So I really do that, even though I love what I do. So I'm sure that a lot of people are in that same situation. So when you're grateful for your job, you automatically give more to your job. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like when you're grateful for being there and you appreciate being there, then you're going to be the best employee that you can be, or do the best job at whatever you're doing that you can do. When you give more to your work, you will increase the money and success that it returned to you. If you are not grateful for your job, you will automatically give less That's just the way it works when we're, hi Kimberly Coons, when we are just not wanting to be somewhere. You know how that feeling is. So if you're not wanting to be at that job that you're in, then you're not going to give your heart to it. You know, you're not going to be the best that you can be with it. So when you give less, you decrease what comes back to you. And as a result, you will never be happy in your work. You will never give more than you have to. And your job will stagnate and eventually deteriorate, which could mean losing your job. Remember, for those who do not have gratitude, even what they have will be taken from them. And it's not that it's just going to be taken away. It's going to just fall away from your life because you're not showing the gratitude and you're not enjoying it. So your vibration is no longer matched to it. So I want you to think about being excited about your work. You know, whatever it is, be excited about going to work. You know, I teach people to use a different perspective. So instead of saying, oh, I have to go to work today, do I get to go to work today? Say those words instead, because it's changing your perspective and it's putting it in a positive manner. There are many people that wish they had a job to go to. There's a lot of people that are unemployed that are saying, I wish I had a job. I wish I had a paycheck coming in every week. So think of it as a privilege that you get to go to work every week. Hi, Bonnie. Thank you for joining. So instead of, use those words, use that terminology. Instead of I have to go to work, it's I get to go to work. I get to do this job today. And I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. And I'm going to love every minute of it. Even if, you know, it's something that your heart's not totally in it, you can at least tell yourself, I am going to give it my all. And when you give it your all, and when you use those magic words of gratitude with it, you're just going to find it increasing. So here's what you're going to do. Like I said, some of you may not be going to work tomorrow. Hi, Chris Schaus. Thank you for joining. Some people may not be going to work tomorrow. Some people may. So the next day that you are at work, and if it's tomorrow, then do this exercise then. I want you to imagine that you have an invisible manager that's following you around in your job. This manager is watching everything you do, watching all your actions, watching your words, watching your thoughts. So this manager's job is to keep a record of what you're thinking and what you're doing and what you're feeling about your job. So imagine that your manager is standing there with a pen and paper, and every time you find something about your job to be grateful for, your manager will make a note of it. Your job is to find as many things as possible to give gratitude for. Be grateful for everything. Be grateful when you look up and you see that time has passed and your day is progressing and you're in a good mood. Be grateful for everything you can find to be grateful for while you're doing your job. Yes, Chris, I love Pam Grout too, and her new book, Thank and Grow Rich. I love that. I love that she did that. And she's my gratitude person today. She went into my gratitude vase, and I sent her a message this morning that she's in my gratitude vase now. So, this is your work for tomorrow, your homework, is to find as many things as you can find to be grateful for about your job. To first of all, approach your job with, I get to go to work today. I get to go to work. Not I have to, but I get to. It's a privilege. It's something that not everybody gets to do, but I get to do that. I get to go and work and make money to support myself and pay my bills. So approach it first of all with that positive mindset of I get to go to work, And then find anything you can find all day long while you're at work. Find anything to be grateful for, whatever it may be. You know, maybe somebody paid you a compliment. Maybe the manager smiled at you. Or if you're the manager, your employees were doing really well. Yes, Karen, it is a blessing. And Pam Grout is a blessing in my life. I am so glad that I found her many years ago and have been following her, and I get her emails with her blog every day. So I love that. Okay, so what you're doing is thinking about, again, anything positive, anything to be grateful for about your work. Think about the equipment that you use. You use your phone, and that saves you time. You know, if you're in sales, just think of what it used to be like before we had phones, where we could call people and talk to them about whatever it is we're trying to sell them, instead of having to go knock on doors. You know, life has gotten to be a lot better with all of the technology that has come along. And, you know, think about any equipment that you use. Think about the people who make your job easier. You know, whether it's a manager, a receptionist, an assistant, delivery people, you know, whatever it might be, the people that make your life easier, be grateful for them. Thank them. You know, you don't have to thank them in person if you can't see them, but write it down that you're grateful for them. And think about how good it feels to receive your paycheck or to receive money, and be grateful for that money. You know, like we've already talked about, the magic money. Being grateful for everything you have, no matter how little or how much, being grateful for it. And think about the favorite aspects of your job that you do. What do you like about your job? What is it that's uplifting and that makes you happy to be there? You know, if you enjoy what you do, is it working with people? Is it managing others? Is it doing sales? Some people actually like that. So whatever it is about your job, think about what makes you happy in doing that job. And if you can't come up with anything, then look at your job. You know, maybe it's time to really do some soul searching and saying, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Or do I need to look at something else that will fulfill me and will make me happier? Hi, Joanne. Thank you for jumping in here. Okay, so tomorrow you are going to do this exercise. You're going to, first of all, write out your gratitude list. Are you guys writing your gratitude list every day? Let me see some hearts and some thumbs up. If you're writing your gratitude list, you to make a list of every day of 10 things you're grateful for and why. Why are you grateful for those things that you wrote on your list? And then after each one, say those magic words. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And it does work like magic. You know, it's so fulfilling to me to do that exercise. And I was rushing around this morning because I was trying to get everything together to bring here to the spiritual fair that I'm at right now. They're inside and I'm outside. And so I brought my paper and stuff with me, and I did my gratitude list here. And somebody came by and they were watching, you know, and seeing what I was doing and was curious. And I said, I'm writing my gratitude list. You know, I do this every day. So I used it as an opportunity to share with somebody about gratitude and to share that that is something that I do every day, share out gratitude and why I'm grateful for the things I'm grateful for. And then saying, of course, the thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, after everything that you write down. And really feeling the gratitude. That's the other thing we've talked about many times. You know, we can say thank you and it's just words, or we can say thank you and it's that feeling inside of really being grateful for what it is that we're giving the gratitude for. So then the next thing you will do after you make your list of what you're grateful for is use your change in perspective. I get to go to work today. I get to go to a job that I have, you know, and then finding anything at all positive, anything about your job that you can be grateful for. You know, even if it's just a little thing, don't pass that up, because, you know, the more we give gratitude for the little things, then the more we are given to be grateful for. So whatever it is about your job that you can find, anything at all to be grateful for, write it down and say the magic words, thank you, thank you, thank you. And remember that you have that invisible manager that's following you around, waiting to catch you doing something good. You know, a lot of managers try to catch you doing something wrong, right? I mean, they're always looking at the employees that are slacking off, but your manager is looking at what you're doing right and the gratitude that you're showing for everything. Yes, Kimberly, every day for the 28 days, you're going to write down the 10 things you're grateful for. And it could change every day. Some of them may be the same. But every day when you get up, make that list of what you're grateful for. 10 things in your life. And if you can't come up with 10, don't stress over that. Just write what you can. Whatever you're grateful for that day. And say the magic words, thank you, thank you, thank you, after each one. You're going to do that every day for this 28-day exercise. That's, like I said, that's what started me on my gratitude journey. And then after my 28 days was done, I kept doing it. I was like, oh, this feels too good to stop. I am not going to stop giving gratitude every day. You know, just because a calendar gets, turned, I'm going to do it every day of my life. Every day of my life, I give gratitude. So yes, that's something that we will continue to do for the whole realm of this exercise, which is 28 days. So you're going to do your gratitude list. You're going to take your manager to work with you and look for anything at all to be grateful for. Every time that you are saying gratitude for some aspect of your work, your manager, your invisible manager, is making a note of what you did and the fact that you were grateful. And then you can say, I'm so grateful for, and whatever it is, and really feel that gratitude while you're at work. Really feel it in your heart. And then the last thing you do before you go to sleep at night, you're going to hold your magic rock in your hand, and you're going to think about the very best thing that happened to you during the day. What was that very best thing that made you feel good inside? Whatever it was that really resonated and brought up the good feeling inside of you. Think about that, and think about that feeling, how it felt, and give heartfelt gratitude for that. You know, to me, this is what really sets off this whole tradition, is that magic rock exercise every night. There's something very magical about that. Reflecting back on the day, seeing what went right during my day instead of laying there at night and thinking, about the things that went wrong during the day. It's a whole different perspective of what was right about my life today that was really amazing. And every day I'm finding just beautiful things to be grateful for in my life. And that's the beauty of doing gratitude, because the more we're grateful, the more that's going to happen. The more we're going to have those moments of being uplifted and happy and joyous just because we are giving gratitude. It is the magic ingredient. Hi, Christine. Thank you for jumping in here. Thank you for joining us on this happy hour and talking about gratitude. And today we talked about work. And so if you're at work tomorrow, first of all, I want you to go back and listen to this. But first of all, approach work with, I get to go to work today, instead of I have to go to work today. And a lot of people, let me let these pass by so you can hear me. And I send blessings wherever they're going. A lot of people work at home instead of outside of the home. So if you are like, a stay-at-home mom, or just, work out of your home or whatever, and you don't actually go out to a job, You can still do this exercise because what you do is important. So if you're at home, maybe you're raising the kids, maybe you're homeschooling, or you're, like I said, doing your work from home, approach it the same way. I get to do this today. Today I get to teach my kids. Today I get to spend time with my young ones. Or today I get to be at my home office and be creative and do whatever the work is that I do. So you don't have to have an outside job that you go to. You can do this wherever you're at, even if it's in your own home. Yes, thank you. That is a blessing. So then you're going to think all day while you're at work about what you're grateful for about your job. And you have this invisible manager that's following you around and catching you as you're giving gratitude, as you're doing something right, instead of a manager that catches you doing something wrong. Your manager is looking for you to give gratitude, looking for you to have those positive moments. Isn't that beautiful? I just love that. I love that. And then at the end of the day, use your magic rock. And I want to hear from you guys of how you're doing with this. You know, this is 1 week now that we've done this. We've done 1 week of gratitude exercises. So there should be some changes that you've noticed. You should have some changes in your life that you've noticed that have come along from doing this every day. And I know I do already. And I've done this before. This is my second time working through the magic. But this time I've already noticed more uplifting energy. I've noticed more patience when something happens, something that's a challenge. You know, I have more patience with it now. And it's like, okay, I can do this. I can handle this. You know, and I'm grateful for the experience of whatever this is teaching me. You know, whatever is happening here, there's a lesson to be learned. There's a reason for it being in my life. So I'm going to be grateful for it. Whatever comes my way, I'm going to be grateful for, whether it's something that's uplifting or something that's a challenge. I'm going to be grateful either way for whatever that is in my life. So that's how it's changing me. You know, I already was doing gratitude every day and doing it in the book Gratitude Vase. I was writing out who I was grateful for every day, which I still do. And like I said earlier, my person today is Pam Grout, and I shared that with her. But now I'm really immersing myself in this because I want to do the exercises right along with you guys. So I'm doing it too. You know, every day, whatever you're doing, I'm doing those exercises. So I'm seeing a change, and I hope you are too. I hope this is changing you. The other thing that I always talk about at the very end is peace. World peace, to be more specific. But world peace has to start inside of each of us. So it's inner peace for world peace, as our beautiful Karen Palmer says. And that's a hashtag that she uses and we can all use. You can also use the hashtag I choose peace. I choose peace because that's what I want in my life. I want joy and happiness and people getting along and people accepting each other and people, countries getting along, families getting along, neighborhoods. I want the whole earth to be at peace. And I'm working very hard at that. I am a peace ambassador for the state of Florida. And I'm also the executive director of the Prosperity and Peace Initiative globally. So if you want to get involved, if you want to say, what can I do for world peace? How can I help out? Then let me know. Send anybody my way that wants to work with us to help create world peace in our lifetime. And we're going to get this done. You know, we're going to come up with a master action plan and we're going to bring it to the United Nations. And we're going to say, we want peace. We don't want fighting. We don't want hatred. We don't want racism. We don't want anything to do with that. We want peace. We want people to be accepted for who they are and what they're all about, not for the color of their skin or the language they speak or what country they're from. We're all the same. We are all one. And that's the message with peace. We are all one. We're part of the great oneness. I love you guys. Thank you for being here with me today. Thank you for making my day. You're amazing. I've already had a very uplifting day and had some wonderful people, some new friends I made, and people that I don't get to see a lot of that came by today. So I'm just so grateful for my life. I'm grateful for where I live. I'm grateful for this environment and the beauty of where I live. I'm sitting underneath this huge tree. I think you can see it up there. It's so pretty. And there's a bench that I'm sitting on. There's a fountain. I showed you that at the very beginning. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there it is. The fountain and the water running in it sounds so soothing. So I'm just so grateful for this place that I have to come to and just sit here and be at peace. It's a beautiful feeling, and it's a beautiful place to just sit and meditate. And I do that. I come over here and just sit on this bench and listen to the fountain and just be peaceful. So thank you all. I love you. Thank you, Chris Schaus. I love you too, honey. And I will be back on tomorrow at 5 o'clock Eastern Time. Every day we're doing this. Every day we're working on gratitude and just really inundating ourselves with learning more about gratitude, what it's all about, how it helps us. And it does help. We've talked about that many times, about the benefits of gratitude. Thank you, Joanne. I appreciate all of you, and I hope you have a blessed night. And I will talk to you tomorrow. And don't forget about your manager that's following you around and catching you being grateful for your work. I love you. Good night, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.